Now at 9, a former Ball State employee is suing the university. Find out what her demands are.
Jimmy Kimmel Live is back on the air. A look into how this decision was made.
Another vigil was held on campus to honor Charlie Kirk. A look at campus reactions.
And a new look at local voting centers.
I've got the details on returning rain showers. NewsLink Indiana starts now.
Local news about local people, live from Ball State Unified Media. You're watching NewsLink Indiana.
Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Aiden Murray.
And I'm Kamara Munn.
Today, the ACLU of Indiana has filed a lawsuit against Ball State University's president, Jeffrey Mearns, in response to terminated employee Suzanne Swearick. I sat in on the press conference and learned more about what this means for the suit. The ACLU says, quote, "We filed a lawsuit on Suzanne's behalf today because her employment was terminated based on a post she made in her private capacity, which was protected speech," end quote. Suzanne was a government employee, meaning that she didn't sign away her First Amendment right. She is still entitled to her own opinions as long as they are posted in her personal capacity. In the lawsuit, ACLU is looking to seek injunctive relief, meaning that they want the university to remove records of Suzanne's termination. They're also seeking compensation for emotional damages.
It's a bit unbelievable, in a position I never imagined I would be in. And I've had a wide range of emotions in the wake of this entire situation. And they come and go.
Suzanne also said, quote, "I feel very violated knowing a friend shared my private post in a number of different public ways," end quote.
Jimmy Kimmel's show is coming back. ABC announced Jimmy Kimmel Live will return to air tomorrow night. The show was abruptly and indefinitely taken off the air last Wednesday. ABC pulled the show after criticism over Kimmel's monologue about the MAGA movement's response to Charlie Kirk's assassination. Today, a spokesperson for Disney, which owns ABC, said they suspended the show to cool tension over the comments. They said they felt some of Kimmel's comments were poorly timed and thus insensitive. But after thoughtful conversations with Kimmel, they reached the decision to bring back the show tomorrow.
Ball State University's Turning Point USA chapter gathered today in remembrance of Charlie Kirk. Mira Bloomer has the story.
At Pruitt Hall today, students were brought together to remember the Turning Point USA founder, Charlie Kirk.
Just to remember Charlie and really to pray and to just ask God to just protect this nation and protect this university and God.
Ball State's new Turning Point USA chapter organized and created this event to spread messages of faith, community, and unity to all students and explain how to get involved.
I think we've seen a bit of a revival, and that has just been an inspiration for a lot of people to stand up and just do what Charlie always did.
Having speakers like the chairman of Delaware County Republicans, J.G. Prescott, Indiana State Senator Scott Alexander, and United States Congresswoman Victoria Sparks.
Shows a bit of unification, that even if we disagree with people, even if you have very strong beliefs about the person, we can still come together and agree on our basic principles.
Creating an evening of open discussion and reflection, not just politics, with a purpose of continuing Charlie Kirk's message.
And even though I disagreed with him on a lot of things and agree with him on a lot of other things, just seeing how diversified people still are over someone wanting to just have conversation when a man was publicly executed, it just irritated me.
With the goal of building a stronger community, Turning Point USA's chapter at Ball State will continue to create events for unity and faith all around campus. In Muncie, Mira Bloomer, NewsLink, Indiana.
To learn more, visit at TPUSA Ball State on Instagram.
Delaware County voters will no longer be tied to just one voting poll. NewsLink Indiana's Lily Tavares spoke to the county clerk for more information.
Starting in 2026, Delaware County voters are going to be able to cast their ballot in any of 26 new voting centers. I spoke to County Clerk Rick Spangler here at the Delaware County Justice and Rehabilitation Center, and he says this will make elections more effective and accessible.
That's the purpose behind this, is to make it convenient and to make it easier on the population.
Delaware County becomes the 69th county in Indiana to switch to voting centers, each location distributed carefully.
And we tried to put these so it wasn't a long drive for anybody. It's close.
According to Indiana Gov, election turnout in Delaware County has been a challenge. In the 2024 primary election, just 18% of registered voters participated in the election.
So we're making these changes to try to emphasize the importance of voting.
Spangler says coming 2026, voters will have a much faster experience.
You will give them your identification, your driver's license, your picture ID. We will walk you onto the machine and walk you through the process and out. It's real neat, real easy.
After 2 decades of bipartisan debate, the plan passed unanimously with both parties in support.
I hope that by getting this accomplished, the community will see a little bit more bipartisanship than we've seen before. Hopefully, locally, we can start having better communication, have the parties work together.
The new centers will debut in the May 2026 primary election. County officials are really just hoping that the voting experience here in Delaware County can be more efficient, accessible, and easy overall. In Delaware County, I'm Lily Taveras, NewsLink, Indiana.
For more information on how you can prepare for the next election, visit in.gov/elections. Now, Aiden, it looks like Delaware County will be seeing some new beneficial additives, but we've also been seeing some showers and light rain here this evening and throughout the day as well.
Yeah, I must agree. I think it's definitely been cooling down from last week's really big heat wave, but I had to bring my umbrella to campus just seeing how much it was raining on my way in today.
Yes, absolutely. I did as well. Let's go ahead and throw it over to Rachel for weather.
Thank you so much, you guys. Taking a look at our current temperatures right now, we see 66 here in Indianapolis, 69 up in South Bend, and 68 in Cincinnati. And as we take a look at our next 12 hours, we see temperature patterns are going to stay pretty consistent, 62 at 1 a.m. going up to 63 early morning tomorrow. And what we're tracking is rainfall returning, plentiful clouds, and muggy conditions. More on my future forecast.
The Muncie Music Series just wrapped up its 12th year, this year with a new location. NewsLink Indiana's Josh Gabbard caught up with the founder to discuss the success of the new partnership.
Ball State University has always looked to build strong connections to the Muncie community. A recent example of that is their sponsorship of the Muncie 3 Trails Music Series. Series founder Rick Ziegler speaks highly of the sponsorship and the opportunities that it presents.
The benefit of having Ball State come on board is because, Ball State's a part of the community. Now with the concerts that we're presenting at the Brown Family Amphitheater, we're hoping that the community members will come up to the Brown Family Amphitheater.
Rick Ziegler was happy to learn that Ball State was looking to add to the series and not just move concerts from the downtown location.
I said, as long as I can get support to continue doing exactly what we've been doing downtown, 4 concerts, and then do something additional, yes. If it was going to take away from the downtown concerts, I was going to say no, but that wasn't what President Mearns or Ball State was thinking anyway. They were thinking of additional concerts.
3 additional concerts to be exact, with the final show being the Afro-Peruvian Jazz Orchestra that took place on Saturday. The finale showcased one of the goals of the music series: display critically acclaimed music from all around the world.
The main mission is to present great music, artistic experiences. That's why we book only artists as headliners that primarily do original music, are creating art in that regards.
The Muncie 3 Trails Music Series looks forward to its 13th year next year. Ziegler said some returners like Michael Cleveland and Lost Bayou Ramblers have been confirmed, but the full lineup has not yet been finalized. In Muncie, Josh Gabbard, NewsLink, Indiana.
To learn more about Muncie 3 Trails Music Series and to see future shows, visit muncie3trails.com. Coming up, see how one shop is serving up some charity.
And find out what one family is doing to help out with the environment.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing to keep us focused.
A habit we never skip, to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mental health. Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Julie was always a voracious reader. She'd carry 2 novels on an airplane because she'd read one on a 3-4 hour ride. And at some point, I began to notice that she would read a page and couldn't remember what she had just read, and she'd have to go back and read it again.
I don't remember much these days after I read, but less does for me, and I love it.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
Welcome back. Since its beginning, the Soup Crawl has benefited Second Harvest Food Bank and has made more than 460,000 meals for those in need. One way the Soup Crawl is gathering donations is through bowls, soup bowls to be specific. NewsLink Indiana's Abby Urban went downtown to learn about the soul behind these bowls.
Artists from Muncie, Delaware County, and surrounding counties are coming together not just for the love of art, but for soup. I spoke with one local business to see how they are using clay to mold the community.
Just not only does it build the community itself, but I think that it allows people to see kind of their impact immediately. With Second Harvest, I think that they've done a really good job of promoting and presenting Soup Crawl, and I think that this is just an added bonus.
Made in Muncie Pottery is partnering with Second Harvest Food Bank in this year's Soup Crawl. All the bowls involved in the crawl are all donated and handmade. The proceeds from the tickets and the bowls go back to the food bank. And that's really what it's all about.
So it doesn't actually have to be about the soup, but it is about supporting Second Harvest. And I think there's a sustainability thing too, where you get to reuse this thing over and over again, and it's not disposable. So
already, Made in Muncie has made 100 bowls. Along with other local artists, Made in Muncie has made over 300 bowls in total. Although there is no monetary gain through donating, Scott feels the benefits just as much.
There's something really eloquent about hand-thrown things. I think any craft of that nature is something that we need today. For me, again, after COVID, Muncie kind of came back and made sure that I stayed in business. So me being able to give back in any way is super important to me.
This event is not only an opportunity to give back to the community, but a way to teach people that although these are made for soup, they are also made for the soul. In Muncie, Abby Urban, NewsLink, Indiana.
The Muncie Arts Walk and Soup Crawl will be on October 2nd. To get your hands on one of these handmade creations, you can either purchase a ticket online or visit the store during the Soup Crawl.
Running an environmentally friendly farm may seem difficult, but NewsLink Indiana's Noah Lyda stopped by to learn about how this farm made it happen.
Whether it's fresh produce or sunflowers, Spangler Farms has it all. I came today to see how this family-run farm came together and how they celebrate not just the community, but also their environment. Spangler Farms first came about in the early 1990s. After the original owners retired in 2012, the owner's son Chad and his wife Kim moved back from Pennsylvania to breathe new life into the farm while still gardening with their green thumb.
We just try to be good stewards to our land and compost as much as we can, spray as minimally as we can, but still be able to grow the best quality produce, and then we'll just rototill anything in that doesn't get used to just add nutrients to the soil for next season.
The Spanglers care about the environment, but they also take pride in their family business. Since taking over the farm, Chad and Kim plan on carrying on the family legacy of passing down the farm to their children as well.
My son is a senior producer in farm management, and the idea is he will come home after graduation and work with us and eventually take it over, and possibly our daughter, who's also studying ag communication at Purdue.
While the farm is run by a close-knit family, there is also a strong sense of community. Even though Spangler Farms is a seasonal business, they make the most of their time with the community by setting up pumpkin patches, sunflower fields, and continuing to take advice from Muncie locals. One special thing Spangler Farms has done is that they allow members of the community to take home a cutting of a sunflower so that they can start growing their own. The Spanglers also bring people in to interact with the farm and are invited to take photos with the sunflowers.
My family actually did family pictures there. It's really pretty, it's really fun, and it's kind of like cool to interact with the place.
Whether you're interested in coming to support this family-run farm or just getting a photo with a sunflower, Spangler Farms is open until October 31st this year. In Muncie, Noah Leida, NewsLink, Indiana.
Spangler Farms shuts down for the season on October 31st. However, their sunflower fields shut down September 23rd. So if you're interested in more, visit spanglerfarmsmarket.com.
And I've got the details on cooler temperatures after the break.
After his wife passed, my neighbor Larry started drinking a lot. He was in distress and acting out. He had guns around, and I didn't want anything bad to happen. I pressed pause. Our local authorities filed a firearm restraining order to temporarily remove the guns. It gave Larry the time he needed to get help. It wasn't easy, but we got through it together. Learn more at illinois.gov/pause to heal.
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
The time is 9:17, and we're taking a look at the construction outside the village. And I gotta say, it looks like it's an amazing night out there tonight.
Yes, absolutely. Under the lights and just beautiful weather as well. It's pretty cool out there as well.
Yeah, let's hope that that weather stays up for the rest of this week, and let's see what Rachel has for us.
Thank you so much. Taking a look at our current temperatures right now, we see it is 66 here in Indianapolis, 64 up in Fort Wayne, and 68 down in Bloomington. But as we take a closer look at our area, we see it is 64 in Muncie, 62 up north in Marion, and 64 down in Richmond. And for our 24-hour temperature change, we see those temperatures have really cooled, and this is because of the rain that we have just experienced in the past 24 hours. We see Muncie has dropped 13 degrees compared to yesterday, bringing us down to the 70s. And for the next 12 hours, we are going to see pretty consistent temperatures, 63 degrees at 11 p.m., going up to 64 by midnight, going down to 63 as we continue into early morning tomorrow. And for tonight, we are going to see cloudy skies with a low of 61 degrees, winds in the south at 5 miles per hour. But this won't be our lowest temperature for this upcoming week, but it'll definitely still be a little bit chilly, so be sure to wear a jacket tonight. And for tomorrow, we are going to see overcast clouds for tomorrow. 63 at 8 a.m., pretty calm winds, bumping up to west-southwest at 5 miles as we transition into afternoon, going up to 73, boosting up to 79 as we hit evening. And for our 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, we see up north it is actually above average temperature, which is actually impacting our area, bringing us dry conditions like we've experienced this past week from that high pressure we experienced the past 2 weeks. But as we move into this week, we are going to get some more rainfall, cooling it down and moistening it up. And for our drought monitor, we see we are in a moderate risk for a drought. But like I mentioned before, all of this is going to moisten up when we start to see the rainfall this coming week. And for our precision cast, early morning tomorrow, we are going to see some patchy fog as you head out tomorrow. So be careful as you make your way towards work. But then as we go into the evening time, we're going to see some clouds, overcast. And then moving into Wednesday, we see that rain start to pop up coming in from the south. And for our 7-day forecast, we are going to see those temperatures in the mid to high 70s, 70% chance of showers on Wednesday. But then as we go into Friday, we see that sun sort of pop its head out going into the weekend. And we see those temperatures start to increase as well because of that sun. And with all these temperatures in those 70s, do we actually think it's going to remain in these 70s, or do we think it's going to get hotter or cooler? What do we think?
Well, I'm really hoping for some cooler temperatures going into that fall weather.
Right, yeah, I agree as well. I think it's going to remain to be cold. All right,
thank you so much, Rachel. There's lots more to get to on NewsLink Indiana, and Addison Yoder has a preview of sports.
Thanks, Kamara and Aiden. One Ball State team celebrates their fan base, and 2 young Cardinals are breaking records. All of this and more next in sports.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing we do to keep us focused.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game?
To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health.
Find the resources you need to keep your mental health a priority. Love your mind.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We can't play about our future or our finances. Make moves, set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up, stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things. This is pre-tirement.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Welcome back, NewsLink Indiana. I'm Addison Yoder with sports. The Indiana Fever are on fire, taking the WNBA playoffs by storm. After winning games 2 and 3 to kick off the Atlanta Dream, the Fever broke their 10-year drought of no playoff series wins. But that wasn't enough for Indy, as they took down 4-time MVP A'ja Wilson and the Las Vegas Aces in Game 1 of the semifinals. Kelsey Mitchell scored 34 of the Fever's 89 points, while Natasha Howard and Aaliyah Boston added 11 rebounds each. Game 2 is tip-off tomorrow night in Vegas at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Kicking things over to the pitch, Ball State Soccer took the day to acknowledge and celebrate their fans. NewsLink Indiana's Stephen Grata took to the pitch for more.
Fans are the backbone of any sporting event.
The fans are why we're here.
Despite a 1-0 loss on Sunday against the Kent State Golden Flashes, the fans still showed out for their Cardinals.
I can't be more grateful for their support, and
and how they show up and try to spur us on in moments when we need it.
Fans can change the course of a game, help start a comeback, or just show up and support the players they love.
The fans keep the energy high, like hearing them cheer after big moments. That's what gets all of us as players, especially me, very eager and ready for the next play.
And the fans' presence isn't just seen by the players, but by coaches too.
I thought the fans were great. I mean, I think a lot of them, they have an emotional attachment to the game also. So I thought they were awesome.
To celebrate the fans, the Cardinals hosted a penalty shootout where the kids could take a penalty shot against Charlie Cardinal. The athletes also signed autographs for young fans after the game had concluded.
It's great to have people who support us. They're the reason, they're who we play for. They are here for us the way that we're here for them.
And giving back to the fans is what made the day so special.
And so just giving back to the love that they give us is super important. So playing for them is what it's about.
In Muncie, Stephen Grotta, NewsLink, Indiana.
Taking things to the course, 2 Ball State freshmen are already setting records. Luke Johnson and Samuel Harris have broken the 54-hole record for Ball State's men golf, both posting a 198 at this past weekend's tournament. The previous record was a 199 by their junior teammate Carter Smith back in 2023. These Cards have a few weeks off, returning to the action for the Put Me In Coach Invitational on October 6th. It's so exciting seeing what those 2 freshmen are doing on the course this year, honestly.
Yes, absolutely. And along with Indianapolis and the Fever, the Colts, everyone is on the uprise right now.
Yeah, I know. I think it's really exciting to see all these sports performing so well, but I don't think it could have been done without the backbone of these sports, the fans.
Of course, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Addison. After the break, Jonas Walker has your campus coverage.
And one final look at weather.
My son, Ricky, took his life by the use of a firearm. It broke me in ways that I never knew that I could be broken. And I contemplated suicide. I still own my firearm. I keep it in a safe because I want to keep my grandson and myself safe. Store your gun securely, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo.
Mom was always organized, but she started forgetting to pay her bills on time.
And she'd buy the same gifts over and over.
Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard.
At first we had our cries, but then we were like, okay, let's make a plan.
Early detection gave us time to adapt together.
It's so important for you to think about what you can do and making the most of what you have.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back. My name is Jonas Walker, and this is your campus coverage. It was a wet morning, but that didn't stop Ball State students from lining up outside of Emmons for some free swag and a little bit of AI training. A Google Gemini team set up screen stations, tents, and tables outside offering Owala water bottles to students who signed up for a free year of Google AI and completed a short tutorial. Lines began forming as early as 9:30 with students braving the weather to take part. Representatives say beyond the giveaways, the goal is to introduce students to how AI can be a useful tool on campus to elevate the learning experience.
I think what we tried to do with a lot of our demos is showcase the way that Google's AI products can really accelerate learning, from helping summarize information with Notebook LM, creating note cards or flashcards and quizzes for students to really elevate the learning experience and really serve as a tool to, usher in what might be the next generation of learning in the digital age.
Google's stop at Ball State is one example of how tech companies are bringing innovation straight to students. This event is just one way to highlight how AI can change the way students study and learn, not replacing the classroom, but adding a new layer of tools for the digital age.
Well, Jonas, that sounds like a great opportunity
Absolutely.
for students to get quality water bottles.
Yes.
Did you end up getting yourself a water
I
bottle?
did. I got the black one.
The black one.
Yes.
Very nice. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jonah.
Yes.
One more look at your final weather.
Taking a look at these 7-day forecasts, we are going to see those temperatures continue to be in those mid to high 70s with a 70% chance of rain showers on Wednesday and a 40% chance on Thursday. And with the sun coming out this week into next week, what are we thinking? Is it going to be, we going to be outside more or what?
I'm just really hoping for that more fall temperatures coming up soon.
Yeah, absolutely, especially for those pumpkin spice lattes. Well, thank you so much.
That's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page, YouTube channel, and WCRD 91.3.
And for news anytime, anywhere, just go to cardinalmediabsu.com. Have a great night and stay safe.